Every year we face a dilemma, justifying the purchase of a new iPhone. But this year I believe it will be super easy to do because in recent months we saw a lot of iPhone leaks and I really like the picture in my head. In all that sea of good reasons for upgrading, there is one that at least for me makes the upgrade so worth it. So let me present to you the list of 5 main reasons to upgrade to iPhone 15 Pro this year instead of waiting for the 16 Pro. Alright, first reason, new processor and specs. I know what you're thinking right now. Isn't the spec boost happening like every year? Yes, it does, but we haven't seen anything like this for a few years already. The previous jump in nanometers happened in 2020 when a 7nm chip in iPhone 11 Pro was replaced by 5nm A14 in iPhone 12. At that time, we saw 15 to 20% boost in performance while still enjoying improved energy efficiency. To most people, this doesn't seem all that much, but hear this. A13 had about 8.5 billion transistors, while A14 almost 12 billion. The jump from current 5nm to 3nm will be even more substantial. To make things easier, here are some numbers. For the 5nm chips, the max number of transistors per millimeter is 171 million. But for 3nm, this number skyrockets to 292 millions, which is almost 70% more. Of course, that won't give a 70% higher performance, but it will still make a huge difference. The chip will be more power efficient and much faster. Projected Geekbench scores show that A17 and iPhone 15 Pro might have 13% higher single-core scores, as well as 12% higher multi-core scores. But these graphs are taking into account the general trend that's been happening for years while iPhones use the 5nm process. With this shift to 3nm, we could see even higher numbers, but performance is only one side of the coin. Battery efficiency is far more important, and believe me, we'll see major improvements there. Second, new design and display. This improvement will surely be the most apparent, visible to a naked eye. iPhone 15 Pro is rumored to have more rounded edges on both sides, which should help with ergonomics because, as all of you know, design on the 14 Pro, despite being really good, isn't exactly hand-friendly. Sharp edges and general brick-like form do make it more suitable for robots. That's why I used the leather case. And 15 Pro is finally gonna make some changes here. Recently, Unbox Therapy got a clone of the unreleased phone, and the phone in it is built according to the latest CAD files. And as far as I see, it's more refined. Yet, I instantly noticed that the roundness of edges we were expecting doesn't really translate all that much into totally new looks. The phones look almost identical and visually, the curves are not as visible. But still, the phone, even with such an improvement, should feel much better in hand, put less strain on muscles and so on. Also, the video finally gives a deep look at how the thinner display edges will look, according to reports, and the video proves them. The thickness of bezels will be only 1.55mm all around, which would be the world record. Just look at how thin they are. I promise you, when you see that screen in person, it will be a night and day difference, for sure. Also, the dynamic island cutout seems to be exactly the same, no changes there. What a shame. Also, you may have forgotten, but the iPhone 15 Pro is gonna be thicker, and Unbox Therapy's video only proves that. So with this thicker body, we probably could expect seeing a bigger battery, won't you agree? This, in combination with a more power-efficient chip, will result in a monumental leap in battery life, or at least that's what everyone's hoping to get. We all know Apple. Sometimes they do 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Third reason, action button of sorts. The recently leaked video of a factory mold shows that the mute switch is gone. It is still unclear how Apple would use the new button, but everyone is certain that it will be programmable. And I'm down for it. Having a programmable button on an iPhone would be a miracle. What could it do? According to analyst 941, who is no longer on Twitter, the action button is about to get a major makeover with some cool new features. It's going to take over the power off and force restart functions that we're used to controlling with the volume buttons. Yeah, it might mess with our muscle memory a bit, but it actually makes sense when you consider another leak from last month. Apparently, Apple is developing a special chip that will allow the action button to work even when the phone is turned off or has no battery left. But wait, there is more. Analyst 941 also claims that the action button will replace the volume up button when you're taking photos. Plus, it's going to bring in some handy shortcuts too. Light press, it will automatically focus the camera for you. Hard press, take a photo. Hard press and hold, record video. All these extra controls are made possible by the pressure sensitivity built into the action button. It's kind of like the 3D touch feature we've seen on iPhones or on AirPods. And while we're here, why not talk about the titanium body? I know that's more about the design, but in the list of preferred changes, titanium is slightly higher to me than just the design. So, the titanium body. The iPhone 15 Pro will surely be lighter by at least 10 to 15%, and I really hope that will happen because I think the titanium is a far better material than steel. It's more scratch and dent resistant and simply looks more pro. Yes, I said it. Pro device should look and feel robust, ready for the abuse of life. And 14 Pro doesn't look like that at all. It looks like a flashy and expensive toy. So yeah, titanium is a pretty big deal for me. 4. New cameras. Let me just make it clear, there are far less rumors about the cameras than about everything else. Could that be a message that Apple is preparing something big? No idea, but I know for sure what I want to see and what I expect to get the most. First, 15 Pro will surely learn 4K action mode, and that will be a huge improvement. Also, I'm pretty sure cinematic mode problems such as unstable white balance will finally get fixed. Maybe we'd even get a proper 4K slow-mo. Those are just speculations, but many people are certain that a periscope camera is coming. A common concession is that only the 15 Pro Max will get the periscope camera, and I kind of believe that. At the same time, leaks indicate that the zoom option would be 6 or 7 times, which would be absolutely unreal. Personally, I'm leaning more towards 5x, since it's a much more versatile magnification. Now we have 2x and 3x. Imagine the jump from 2x to 5x, that would be huge. Anyhow, I, as a content creator, care about the camera, and no surprises that for me, the updated camera is so high on the list. But the next thing is even bigger. 5. Type-C. I'm telling you, man, Type-C port will be a game changer on so many levels. Recent leaks have not only revealed the speed of this feature, but also its unexpected capabilities. According to an anonymous insider known as Analyst941, who accurately leaked information about the dynamic island before the release of the iPhone 14 Pro, the port on the Pro models will be Thunderbolt 3. Thunderbolt 3 operates at a remarkable speed of up to 40 gigabits per second. In comparison, the Lightning port found on the current iPhones only supports USB 2.0 speeds, which limit data transfer to 480 megabits per second, equal to 0.48 GBs per second. This upgrade is truly monumental. However, the most surprising claim made by Analyst941 is that the new port will also support 4K output to monitors. Allegedly, iOS 17 will introduce special features to fully utilize this capability. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and see you in the next one.